guys, thanks for stopping by my channel today. I have naked face for you right now because I've got some new products from Wet n Wild and Milani that I would like to do kind of a first impression, get ready with me video for you. And so I'm not sure how I feel about first impressions. I don't do them very often, but rather than wait about 2 weeks, let's say, for me to go through the trial phase on these products that I just got, I had posted a shot on Instagram and I asked, you know, do you want to see first impression or a review? And kind of basically everybody just said, whatever you do would be fabulous. And I love that kind of freedom. You guys are so generous. So I figured let's do a first impression and let me see kind of what my gut reactions are to a product. Because honestly, I try a lot of things. And if I don't really love you from the beginning, you know, I'll give you a couple chances, but you might taint your entire perspective or my entire perspective that I have of you if you don't give me a good first impression. So I have done my eyes for you already just because my completely naked face is a little bit scary. And since I don't have any new eye products to try out, let me tell you what I've already used. The shadow that I used is the new or semi-new compact from e.l.f. It's called Mad for Matte. And so it is actually all matte shadows. And they run kind of warm to cool. It's a really good selection of shadows. I actually find them to be very pigmented. I did prime my eyes with the Wet n Wild Photofocus Shadow Primer. This has been around for a long time. I don't usually use it because it has like no pigment and I don't have an eye priming or lack of eye priming issue, but I'm using my brand new favorite mascara duo. I'm using the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara first to kind of volumize them and mess them all up. And then I add some additional length as a second step with the L'Oreal Telescopic. I'm stunned that I have this new mascara routine, but I'm really kind of loving it. All right, so let's get into the first impressions. I picked up a couple of the new, are they new? Well, they're new to me and they're first impression. The Milani primers. Black and white. I love that because I love black and white. My whole beauty room is black and white. One of them is the hydrating and pore minimizing, and the other one is mattifying and pore minimizing. So I'm going to go in all over with the hydrating one first, which is the white one. And it's winter and it's like 8 degrees outside right now. And so my face could definitely use quite a bit of, this is very liquidy. What I was going to say was quite a bit of hydration right now, which is unusual. So when they say pore minimizing, I kind of expect them to be a little bit almost like moussey, and this is quite a bit this is quite a bit liquid, but it kind of tacks up as you go along with it. So I don't know, that's kind of interesting, which is kind of good though, because I'm happy that it's hydrating, but it's not going to be like overwhelmingly hydrating, because I don't think my skin would benefit from that. And it feels smooth, but not silicone-y. So I definitely like that. So when I do my priming in the morning, no matter what primers I'm using, of course I'm complicated and I do have a 2-step priming routine because I go in and I do whatever my overall face needs. And then I mattify. I usually follow up with a mattifier. I use a variety of them. I have a couple favorites. But I'm now going to take the mattifying one, which interestingly, the hydrating one was white and the mattifying one is kind of clear. It also is pretty thin and not liquidy, but usually the mattifying ones are thick. And this one isn't. So I'm really intrigued. This is so interesting. Okay, so usually mattifying primers are ridiculous to blend. And you know you've got a good mattifying one when it doesn't like ball up on you or like pull your face with it as you're trying to apply it. And this one is doing neither of those things. This one actually feels kind of silicone-y, which now that really doesn't make sense. So I'm just curious to see how this is going to play out. Okay, I am primed and ready to go. So the Wet n Wild products that I'm going to be using today, the thing that started it all was the Photofocus Foundation. So this has a really weird like spatula looking thing. I don't want to hold it up too long, but it's this really weird, there we go. It's this really weird kind of spatula thing. So what are you supposed to do with that? I guess you just put it on your face? No, I'm going to put it on the palm of my hand, because I don't really want to paint my face with a spatula. This is going to put an intense amount of product kind of maybe where I don't want it. I got Soft Beige, which is a light, medium, warm shade. Now, I'm not sure about the coverage because it doesn't say on it. I think it's my impression, and based on the consistency, see, it's not dripping all over the place, but it's pretty thin. So I'm believing that it's a medium coverage. Many people have been talking about this like crazy. And that was what sparked my whole search for it. So it glides very smoothly, and I can see that it's definitely giving me an all over. Yeah, you can even see like the side began a little bit pink. This side now is not so much. I can't believe I did well with the shade because that never happens to me. So I would definitely say it's a medium coverage because I can see some of the, are they age spots that I have on my face? I can definitely kind of still see them. Not majorly, but I'm pretty used to a full coverage foundation where I don't necessarily have to follow with some concealer, and I see where I might want to. I don't know. Let's see how this whole thing plays out. By the way, I'm using that Sephora brush that I recently got that I talked about in my Sephora haul, as well as my February favorites. I will link those videos. Definitely go check them out. This is why I don't do my eye makeup first ever when I get ready, because I think I just bloobed a little bit of foundation up in my eyeshadow. That's a classic Gina move, by the way, so I really shouldn't be surprised. All right, so I have an awful breakout right here, which it's actually covering really, really good. My chin is not in the best shape right now because I've been sick. You know, I am still getting over it. Most of you voted when I posted my vlog about it. No, my February favorites. Most of you voted that I had a cold because you were saying that if I had the flu, I would definitely know. Okay, so definitely medium coverage. It's kind of like, this is really cool. It's kind of like a demi matte almost, because it's gliding on so nicely, but I'm not looking quite shiny, which I'm really appreciating. I think I did well with the color. It's a little bit whited out, but I always try to go lighter versus darker, obviously. This brush is putting it on really nicely. Okay, I'm kind of sold. Unless something happens throughout the day where it completely falls apart and breaks down, I'm completely sold on this foundation because it's similar to kind of a full coverage foundation without nearly looking that like full coverage. And I want to probably go, I don't have to actually go in and conceal anything that I might normally conceal, like if I were wearing a BB cream or a really light foundation. That's kind of amazing. It dispensed really nicely. It's not looking very patchy at all. Y'all have been talking about it for a reason. Holy cow, it's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with I had opened everything prior except the concealer. I forgot to take it out of the box. Okay, so this is the concealer corrector. So the whole purpose of this Photofocus line is that you're supposed to be able to take incredible pictures and like selfies, and not have any difficulty like with flashback, and it's just supposed to make your skin look really flawless. So I got some major circles right now because no matter how much I sleep, I'm severely lacking in sleep due to this cold or whatever. I do not like generally the Drugstore doe foot applicator under eye concealers. I like the ones like from Sephora and Ulta, like the NARS. I do like the Tarte, the Kat Von D. But the ones in the Drugstore have not really done it for me. So I don't know. Let's see. This will be kind of a really good test. Okay, so I don't think it's too thin. What my shade is not written on here is light medium beige. Apparently I can't select a color from Wet n Wild without it having 3 different names. Light medium beige. It looks okay. I think the color works well. I love how it's a little bit on the warmer side. Oh my, it's drying so quickly. Hold on. Oh my word, it's drying so quickly. I was not expecting that. I don't think I ever recall having to race against a concealer as I was trying to get it applied. Is that normal? It didn't seem dry coming out of the container. You know, I gotta say, I think that did pretty good. I'm surprised because it seemed a little bit thin coming out. Now I went in kind of light-handed because I didn't want to overdo it. But I definitely want to hit the inside a little bit one more time, which is weird. I didn't know that an under-eye concealer could possibly be even buildable. But like I said, I went in really thin. Oh my. You guys, this is crazy. I don't usually like the Maybelline Fit Me, for example. No good. No good for me as an under-eye concealer at all. Just a little inside scoop. I just had to cut my own self off because I was going to talk about how I was going to be setting my face and my under eyes. I did this whole conversation about the Wet n Wild powder, and I totally forgot that I am going to try contouring with a cream as well as highlighting with a cream. So I don't usually use cream to contour or highlight, but also by Wet n Wild, they've got these Mega Glow contour sticks and highlighter sticks and a concealer stick. And I'm like, you know what? They're not expensive at all. They were like less than $5. And I'm like, this will be my way to experiment with the cream contour. And so I am using the contour shade in Oaks on You. I think it's the mid-tone shade. Maybe the lightest shade. This looks like a little chubby stick. This is so cute. Okay, so I hope this doesn't go bad. There's a very good potential that this could be a big hot mess. So, okay, I can see my contour. I can see where I want to put the pencil, where I want to put the stick, but I'm afraid. I'm really afraid. Okay, it's makeup. It can just come off. It will ruin my first impression filming here, but okay, that's it. Stop. Enough joking. Here we go. All right. This feels so strange. Okay. I can't do any more. So, we're going to do one side at a time because God forbid it takes a shit. At least I got the other side. And I can just look at you for the rest of the video from this side. So, I've got by e.l.f. Their new stipple brush, which is kind of shorter than their original stipple brush, which is also a gem. The small stipple brush is bigger than the new stipple brush. So, but the difference in heads are actually, there is a difference. This newly released plain old stipple brush is a little bit bigger. It's also a little bit denser than the original release. And so I want something that's kind of dense here. And it still looks like a line. Oh, there it goes. Hello. No, that still looks like a line. But it looks better. Looks better in my mirror right now. Oh my. I know you're supposed to stipple with a stipple brush, but it wasn't moving. Holy cow! Check out that contour! All right, I'm gonna go try the other side. Hopefully it works out. You guys! I really think, actually, this is my first ever cream contour. I'm really impressed. Oh my gosh, this now opens a whole brand new world of spending. Question, what is your favorite cream contour stick? Well, I probably should start with a stick. Okay, I don't care. Is it in a pan? What is your favorite cream contour? Oh my gosh, new things to play with. Okay, so I do need to bronze because this is the way that I do it, and I don't have a new Wet n Wild bronzer or anything. So I'm going to go back to an oldie but goodie. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So I'm going to use my drugstore product with my very expensive, possibly overpriced Bobbi Brown face blender brush. I'm just going to lightly bronze over that. Okay, so, oh my God, I'm loving this contour stick. Okay, so in the order that I always do things, I contour, then I bronze, and then I blush. And so I'm going to use also by Physicians Formula their new butter blushes, or somewhat new to me. And I need a blush brush. Hold on. So I'm going to be using the Morphe E4 blush brush, and I'm going to be using the butter blush in rose. What do they call this? Plum Rose. Plum Rose. One of my brand new favorite blushes. I do that all the time. one of my brand new favorite blushes. Back to Wet n Wild. So I've got their highlight as well, When the Nude Strikes, and it's in a little chubby stick. And so, oh, it's coming off. The little guy is not, he came out. He's not mounted. That makes me sad. That's never going to go back. Oh, I kind of pushed it back in. I don't know. We'll see how well that works out. Okay, I got it back in. Okay, so, again, oh my God, I'm nervous when the last one worked out so well. Okay, here we go. I don't know why. I feel like I can't draw a line right now. I feel like I have to flick it on. So this is it's kind of an icy pink. I'm not sure that's my color. Well, and when you use a brush though, it kind of blends it down a little bit. I definitely like the contour stick better. But I think that's kind of subtle. I don't know. What do you guys think? I could probably go a little bit more. Maybe I should just draw a line. I'm just going to draw a line. Like it's going to bite me. So it just went a little splotchy there. Like it gave me more color in one area than the other. But it blends out though. Not as well though as it's a little thicker than the contour stick. So I'm not sure I'm loving this highlight stick. One, because I don't live for the color necessarily, but two, it's not as smooth as the contour stick is. So, oh my gosh, I gotta do the other side. But I still think, I mean, for the price, how great for you to be able to start playing with cream contours. Apparently this side I had no fear. Did you see me just draw the chubbiest line? Okay, we need to blend that bad boy in. It doesn't blend in nearly as well with a stippling brush either. You kind of need the... I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I definitely like the contour stick better. So now I'm going to go in and I am going to set my face with the Photofocus pressed powder. Now, because I did apply the highlight, I was holding off on the powder anyway, just because this powder, by the way, is very sheer. It has a color, but when you blend it into your skin, it really is so thin. It reminds me of the NARS transparent clear pressed powders, or the Makeup Forever HD kind of white translucent pressed powder. That's kind of what this reminds me of, even though it has a shade to it. And I got the shade, it doesn't say. I think it was on the packaging that I ripped off. Why don't they label the actual package? Why do they have to label it here where the tape is that prevents you from opening it? That is frustrating. Anyway, so it's a very loose or very light translucent powder. And so I'm going to use it to set under my eyes. Although I have to tell you that this concealer, even though it was a doe foot applicator concealer, is very, it wasn't very wet and tacky. Like I wasn't watching it, as I was getting ready. As I was applying all the products, I didn't feel like it was so wet, like especially the way the Maybelline Fit Me concealer is. And so I didn't feel the need to go get a very special particular under eye setting powder. And this powder is so thin and so fine that this winds up working very nicely for it. I have to say, this was a really good, I was really impressed. With the exception of that highlight stick, has me a little bit nervous. Everything else I'm really pleased about. And this first impression, this was kind of fun. So the last thing that I have for you today is by Milani. Milani primed me. Now Milani's going to finish me. This is the Make It Last Setting Spray. Prime, correct, and set. 16-hour wear. Well, Lord knows I've been running 16-hour days. I love the packaging for this setting spray because it's, I guess they're saying you could use it to prime as well. Interesting. I don't see how I don't know. I know that Smashbox had a primer water. That doesn't gel with me. I don't really get how that works well. But this is definitely a setting spray. The bottle is gorgeous. It's like a plastic glass. I don't think it's actually glass, but it looks like glass. It's like a frosted glass, plastic. So I enjoy that. Okay, so let's see. The one thing I always pay attention to when it comes to a setting spray is how much it bloobs me. So fingers crossed. Holy cow. No bloobing, first of all. This smells amazing. I'm trying to think if there were any other setting sprays, no, that ever had such a pretty smell. This reminds me of just like kind of a facial spray, like a refresher spray. I need to spray some more. This is lovely. Oh, I hope it works. I definitely hope it works. For the record, Wet n Wild also has a Photofocus setting spray, but I was much more curious about the Milani, and the Milani just came in the mail this morning. Not this morning, yesterday morning, and so I really wanted to use that one for this particular first impression. So Milani got me started with the primers and then finished my look with their setting spray. I'm going to look forward to doing my makeup just so that I could set it at the end. I am that first impressionedly impressed with it. Since Milani did so well for me and finished the look, I am going to finish it right now with one of the Milani cream lipsticks. This is number 27 Dolce Caramello. Do you like that? I like when I get to throw in an accent there. Just a really like kind of neutral pink. Remember I said the ticket to the look being done was when you pull your hair back out from behind your ears. All right, so that completes my first impression for you today. Overall, I'm loving the new Wet n Wild products. I'm loving the new Milani bookends with the primer and the setting spray. The foundation was way more than I expected it to be, but definitely not in price. It was very affordable. I am totally like already addicted to trying out some cream contours. That was a lot of fun. I can't believe the concealer did as nice a job as it did. Anyway, so thanks for spending this time with me. Please leave me a suggestion or comment down below on another video that you'd like me to film, maybe a product to review, or a tutorial in particular. I love your suggestions, and I definitely love doing those videos. So definitely leave me a comment if you've got a thought. I am on social media. Please check me out over there. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I would love it if you would become one of my subscribers. I hope you have a really good rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, thanks.
Okay, so I believe this is kind of a medium to maybe buildable coverage. Light medium. No, that's the color. No, I got soft bit. No. Light, medium, warm is the color. But my color is the description of the Really? We have to be that complicated? So let's see. I do not sew this. Only one sentence is possible to come out at a time. Not too pink. It's actually not peach at all. I need to dumb that down a little bit too. I'm not looking at myself as much. There we go. I recommend that everybody invest in a big fluffy brush so that you can blend out when blush goes wrong. Just kind of like it did. Okay. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my channel today. I am happy to bring for you. Wouldn't it be bring to you? It's very important to me that people use the correct preposition because I am a declared grammar whore. I don't know, I love grammar. And I know many people hate it, but I do. I have a sign that says, I'm silently correcting your grammar. I am. Okay, I digress. Let me try to start over one more time. Just as a little inside scoop, I just had to cut my own self off because I was talking about how I was about to prime my eyes. No. I can't even fix my blooper. I bloop in my blooper. So Milani got me started and finished me off, and oh, don't say that. I also eliminated the